It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas all around the world. Oh my God. The hypocrites, the liars on this frickin' platform. Diane's got her knickers in a knot because I called her out and I only told the truth. And then she gets in front of her 123 people last night and says, I've never discussed wish list with anyone. Well, that's a damn lie. And I proved it, Diane. See, you get so pissed off when people throw your bullshit back in your face. It's obvious. And by the way, the screenshots that I put on my community post are from April 1st. So we're talking May, June, July, August, September, October, November, 7 months ago, that you're telling tacos about somebody's Christmas list. And that's not the first incident, we know. Now, I'm not trying to tell anybody, if you need help and you want to go through Diane or whoever's dropping these lists this year, by all means do it. But it's kind of like a buyer beware situation because your private shit very well could be being discussed in a Discord or behind the scenes, one way or the other. And all I did was prove that. And I just thought it was funny when Diane went live last night and said I stole Christmas. Well, okay, I don't have the power to steal Christmas because the reason behind the season is the birth of Jesus Christ. I think some people forget that. But I'm not trying to steal anybody's joy or anybody's Christmas. I'm just giving out a buyer beware because you lied when you said last night that you don't discuss people's wish list with people. Hey, Jonathan. Hey, Bolo, Denise R, Pepper. And you don't like the truth thrown back in your face, Diane. You never have. Hey, Puss in Boots. Once in a while, Diane, you just got to swallow it and say, I screwed up. But you don't do that. You won't even do it with the St. Jude scam. And yes, it was a scam. And then you come back screaming, it's my money. Well, it is now. And people talk about all these fantastic things you've done for the community. No, the community did that for the community. That was community money that did that, Diane. Stop it. You want all these accolades for being this wonderful person. Now, you're going to go live here in a couple hours, and God only knows what you're going to say. Don't care. What I did was prove another lie that come out of your mouth. And I didn't even use the one scenario that I could have used. Hey, pearls of wisdom. You know, We got a certain group of people that, they get up on their panel, they call people out. And that's cool. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Whatever. But don't get pissy when someone proves you a liar. You've obviously maintained a following even after what you did with the St. Jude thing. Thank you, Caslin. And that's cool. If people want to move on from that, that's their business. But you did scam St. Jude. Or really, you scammed the people who thought they were donating to St. Jude. Because out of $20-something thousand, you donated $6,000. $6,000 is great. $6,000 is $6,000 and great. But this went on for years, Diane. I did one stream and raised $1,100. So I can only imagine the money that you made, because I have never had the following that you have. So, because I've proved Diane a liar, because she got on her panel yesterday, said that I stole Christmas. Okay, I'm not trying to steal anybody's Christmas. Okay, if you need help and you trust Diane, and I'm going to tell you something, thank you next, stop lying. Because you're in that chat saying that you all have no idea who those wish lists belong to. But yet you come to me crying that you wanted to buy one whole wish list of a certain person, and Diane told you no. Now, I don't know what Diane's reasons was why she told you no, don't care. Stop defending what's wrong. Thank you, next. Diane, people that care about you have called you a scammer. So don't get pissed off when I do it. And yes, people have forgiven you. They have moved on. Good for them. And again, if you need help this year for Christmas and you trust Diane and those who will participate in dropping links, then by all means, go to Diane and get the help. If your children need gifts, then by all means, go to Diane and get the help. But don't get mad at me, Diane, when I put a buyer beware sticker on it. Well, you might not more than enough, but others did. Exactly, Jonathan. Or you could do that, Caslin. But like I said, and now there's people that's actually coming out of the woodwork. They're going to make a special appearance on YouTube because 'tis the season. What have you got? Give me that, Maggie. And guess what? I don't care. I don't care who gets help from Diane. What I care about is the fact that once you piss her off, as you can see in the uh, the post I made on my community post. She is talking to Tacos about Angel Eyes Christmas list. So don't say you don't do it, Diane. You do it. Maybe you haven't sinned, but others have. I'm not sitting here pointing my finger saying this one knew about it and that one knew about it and this one knew about it. What I'm saying is Diane has spoken to people that shouldn't have never known who those lists belong to. And I proved it because last night she got up in front of her people. I didn't know you had surgery, son. I hope everything went well. This has nothing to do with anybody but Diane. And again, thank you next. Don't sit in that chat and pretend like you didn't know people's Christmas list because you came to me crying because Diane wouldn't let you fill one entire Christmas list. I don't know Diane's reasonings behind it. Maybe she had good reason for that. I don't know. I get called a liar all the time. All the time. And nobody brings my lies forward. Nobody brings proof that I'm sitting over here lying about anything. But when I put up proof, and Diane, you are the worst about accepting criticism. You are the worst. Hey, Kathy Rebuilds. All you had to do, Diane, was leave that. You could have went live and drugged me. That's your right. You got every right to go live and drag me. But don't sit up there and lie to your people. There's no point in it, Diane. The people that are in your chat are obviously your friends. You don't need to sit up there and lie to them. And again, I'm not trying to screw up anybody's Christmas. I want every child in the world to wake up Christmas morning with gifts under the tree. But because I put out a buyer, hello, Allie's nurse, Sunnyside, because no, full on hypocrisy. But I don't expect Thank You Next to pay it anyways. It wasn't her bet. It's not Thank You Next job to go around, even though she said it, it's not her job to go around fixing everybody's bullshit. But Diane, you don't get to sit on your panel and call people out for whatever. I know, the nerve of me. Hey, Sarah. And then when it gets thrown back into your face for something you've done or a lie you've told, then try to turn it around like I'm trying to steal Christmas. No, I stuck a buyer beware on there, and I mean it. If you need help this year and you want to go through Diane or any other creator that's dropping the list, by all means, do it. But don't be surprised 6 months down the road if it's being discussed in a Discord somewhere. Or in private conversations that are never private, Diane. So don't call me a damn liar, Diane. I don't know why she's denying it either, Steph. I'm not doing anything online for Christmas this year either. Me and my family have decided we're going to do something local here. But whatever, I don't care that what Diane's doing. I don't. You bought Christmas presents for your son's ex-girlfriend's child. Yes, I did. And I do stuff like that sometimes. I don't have to come on here and advertise it. But don't call me a liar, Diane. When you start your live today, the last thing that comes out of your mouth better not be that I'm a liar, because I will come up with others. Randy, I'd have to look in my messages. But Thank You Next sits in there and says, we don't know the names of the people's whose wish list is. Well, you did that year, Thank You Next. And when I mentioned BTS, it wasn't because I have any real problem with BTS. And you all sit on your live and say, well, Wendy said, well, I don't know why she mentioned BTS. It seems like BTS tries so hard to be her friend. No, BTS was one of the biggest ones running around throwing the wish list in people's faces. When somebody would piss her off in a chat or whatever, she would be one of the ones that would say, yeah, well, don't forget who helped you at Christmas. That's what I was talking about. There was a lot of that shit that went on. And maybe Diane didn't see it. I don't know. Truth, put that screenshot in Discord on your community post, please. What do you mean? You want me to put my community post in Discord? Diane, you're not going to call me a liar. Now, we can drop it right here, right now. I don't care. Full on hypocrisy. All right, but it's going to take a minute because I'm afraid if I click on, which I'm not staying on long. I just saw where Diane's going to go live. She's going to get up there and tell more stories. She's going to try to make me out to be the liar. Hold on. Can you hear me? All right. I'm willing to live and let live. But what I'm not willing to do is just sit back and talk about Skittles and rainbows while they sit over on their panel and call everybody out, even if they fart on a live. And like I said to Wendy, no, Wendy, I did not. Hello? See, my damn phone rang. Hello? 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 Can you hear me? Hello? You can hear me? My little bubble's not moving. See, I clicked on something and all hell breaks loose. And like I said, this can end right now, Diane. But you're not going to call me a liar and me not back up what I said. Did you just hear the dogs go ape shit? Because that's what I'm hearing right now. Man, I bought this new air freshener. It's called Wood, and it smells so good. I wish I could find it in like wax melts and stuff. Diane, you can go live. You can say what you want to say. I proved that you lied. That was my only point. You're not going to sit up there and lie on me. You're not going to call me the Grinch. I ain't trying to affect anybody's Christmas. Want everybody to have a very Merry Christmas. Yes, Sonny. Okay, better than shit. Um, if people need your help and they go to you for help, all I'm saying, Diane, is keep it to yourself because, people's pride gets to them sometimes, Diane. Nobody wants to ask for help. Well, all right, I take that back. We have people on here that have wish lists that furnish their whole freaking houses. But I'm just not going to be called a liar. You can call me the Grinch. I don't care. But you're not going to call me a liar when I, in fact, can prove that you're the liar. And I shouldn't even have to prove that after the whole St. Jude thing. If I go into a store and there's a jar on the counter and it says all donations go to this or that, and then I see the store owner put his hand in that jar and take money out of it and put it in their pocket, well, that's a scam. And I've always given you credit for the 6 grand that you did give St. Jude. Well, I just think people forget that December comes right after November. which I shouldn't say anything because I haven't started my Christmas shopping either. But I do have some money put aside to do it. See, not e-begging, Wendy. Not e-begging. It's funny that I get called an e-beggar by Wendy, who people give her money and she starts crying. I just don't know what I would do without you all. You all are just such fantastic people. Stop it. If you need the money, that's fine. Quit acting like you don't accept money on here. Randy, I asked a trick or treater last night to take you some candy. I didn't give him your name. I just called you the Holy Hillbilly. It was just a joke. Me and my family were out on the porch handing out candy. They didn't even know what I was talking about. It made me laugh. That's all that matters. The trick or treater had no idea what I was talking about. Like I said, you can do your live, Diane. I don't care. Drag me from here to hell. I don't care. But don't get pissed off because I proved you're a liar once again. Yeah, I kind of knew they weren't going to. You staying out, Sam? It's a standoff between me and a mastiff. You staying out? All right, both of you, go lay down. Go lay down. But again, like I said, I saw where Diane was going to go live. She's mad because I proved her wrong again. Uh, I didn't even use the scenario in which she used last night. And that poor person got dragged through the mud so hard, she was in tears. And no, Diane, I was not the one that made it public. I made public the DM you sent me wanting to know if she sold the item or if we replaced it. None of your business. Once a gift is given, they can, if they want to shit in it and set it in the trash, it's theirs to do so. So while you were messaging me wanting to know if this person did something in particular with this gift is beyond me. Exactly, Sunnyside. That is exactly what it's about. And I saw, and like I said, I watched as certain people, and that's why I brought BTS up, because BTS was one of the worst about throwing those wish lists in people's faces. And maybe Diane didn't see that going on. I personally would not have done that, Hoosier Hippie. I might not aesthetically like some candles that I see. I'm more of a plain white, clean burning candle, but I wouldn't have done that. Plus, I heard that Laura's candles smell really good. And when it comes down to candles, isn't that what it's really about? Is the smell? That's what I look for. No, I don't want a beer mug candle. No, I don't want an ice cream sundae candle. But somebody out there might. I don't care. Laura's candle business is her candle business. Hey, profiling manipulation. But I saw where Diane was going to strike up a live after I posted proof that she lied last night to her people. Steph. Yes, a lot of people have forgiven Diane, and I don't care about that. That's not my business. I don't give a shit. If people want to forgive her, that's on them. I don't care. But I'm not going to be called a damn liar. And when you stood up there, Diane, and said, you have never discussed wish lists with anyone, and that's not the only example. No, I do not full on hypocrisy. Like I said, I just now found some air freshener called Wood, and I love it. And I'm going to look for it in wax melts or candles. No, it won't happen again, Brian. And I've always said the 6,000 that she actually sent to St. Jude, trust me, St. Jude appreciates that. I worked for them for 11 years. They appreciate everything they get. But when I heard Diane stand up and say, fuck you, St. Jude, no, Diane, fuck you. You want to say, fuck you, St. Jude, to a charity that, according to you, you have supported all of your life. Fuck you to a charity who treats children regardless of their race, religion, the ability to pay. Nuh-uh. Vinny G said the same thing. Fuck you, Vinny G. There is not a there are a lot of good charities out there. A lot of good charities. But St. Jude is very close to my heart because like I said, I spent 11 years on the phone trying to make sure that in particular patients and families had what they needed for this child to get through their treatment. Exactly, coffee chat. So that's where I really drew the line with Diane. I sat on the fence with Diane for a long time. I didn't join in the big, and I still don't agree with people going into her real life, but I don't agree with that for anyone. But you're not going to sit up there and make me out to be a liar, Diane. It's not going to happen. So if I have to put out more proof that you have discussed these wish lists behind the scenes and that others do know, some, not all. Sin came in here and said she doesn't know. Randy or somebody else came in here and said they don't know. Hey, Bailey Vex. And I don't know what they know. I'm going to take their word for it. But this was on April 1st. You had this conversation with Tacos about somebody else's wish list. So, again, go live, drag me from here to hell, Diane. Call me everything. Call me the Grinch, call me a bitch, call me whatever you want to call me. But don't you dare, you of all people, want to put in your title that I'm trying to steal Christmas. That word should never be even come out of your mouth ever again, that somebody's trying to steal something. Yes, you did, Brian. But, well, they can continue to call me a liar, and I will continue to prove their lies bullshit. I don't intentionally sit up here and lie on anybody. If I've gotten something wrong and somebody comes to me and says, hey, you were wrong about this, here's the proof, then I'll be the first one to stand up and say, hey, I was wrong about that. I have never had any problems admitting when I've done something wrong. Let's have a race. You drag Diane, she drags you, and let's see who gets. Again, go ahead, do your live, Diane. Trash me from here to kingdom come. Don't care. Your words mean shit to me, but you're not going to call me a liar. And for all of you out there who may need help with Christmas, if you feel comfortable going through Diane, then by all means do it. But for Diane to sit up there and say that she does not discuss wish list with people and that nobody knows whose wish list is what, then I'm going to prove that you're lying, Diane. Why you were in conversations with two tacos about Angel Eyes wish list. I don't know what excuse you're going to give, but it simply should have ended with I will not discuss wish list with you, whether it was two tacos or anybody else contacting you. That's where it should have ended. We can talk shit about whoever you want to, but I will not discuss the wish list with you. That's the way it should be handled. And I'm not saying Diane doesn't have the right to go behind the scenes. She has as much right to do it as any of the rest of us. But I am saying that you don't do it, Diane, because I'm going to prove you fucking wrong. What do you think got me on such a hard on about these wish lists in the first place? It wasn't because people were getting presents for their children. Because I'm happy that people are getting presents for their children. That puts happiness in my heart. What set me off about them was watching people go around and throwing them in people's faces and then knowing that it had to come from you, Diane, because you were the one receiving the wish list first. That's what set me off about the wish list. Not that you're doing it. The fact that you are the one who receives the wish list first, and it's your responsibility to keep the anonymity. And that is what got me started on the wish list. Way back when I was watching people in chats throw those wish lists in people's faces. Well, don't forget who helped you at Christmas. Fuck off. Yes, profiling manipulation. And I didn't even use your scenario. But I did show proof that Diane did message me wanting to know if you did something with that gift, whether you sold it or if other people paid for it. And in reality, it was none of Diane's business, because where I come from, once a gift is given, I have never picked up the phone and called somebody and said, "Hey, remember that uh, winter coat I bought you? Do you actually wear it? Or have I gone behind somebody's back and said, wonder if she sold that winter coat I got her?" Fuck that. If all you need is the accolades, Diane, that you're such a great person because you literally break your arm to pat yourself on the back. It's exactly right, Hoosier Hippie. You give a gift and it's gone, it's done. You don't get to ask questions about it, especially coming to me about it when you know how I felt about it in the first place. Well, maybe she'll get the wallet this year, profiling evil. I mean, profiling evil. Where the fuck? Look, I was looking at Brian, joking, Brian. Profiling manipulation. Maybe she'll get the wallet this year. If you give a gift because you have an agenda, then keep it. Because I can promise you that if me and my family get together and sponsor a family here in our community, you won't see me blasting this family all over the internet. How embarrassing. So, with that, again, and Randy, you did not go to a Halloween party last night. Now, you might have went to the bar because you took a picture of a pumpkin, but you did not go to a Halloween party. And I set out and handed out candy just like I told you I was going to. I did not lie to you, Randy. No, you shouldn't want a pat on the back. And the thing is there's people in this community that I know of that behind the scenes have helped so many people and nobody knows about it. Nobody knows about it. And the only reason I know about it is because I'm part of the little group. In the meantime, I'd like to say that I'm proud of my son. He's 3 weeks into his rehab. Talked to him last night. He sounded really good. He's a little upset. He's put on 20 something pounds, but that's what happens when you get healthy. Keep your fingers crossed. I got to tell him I was proud of him. It's been a while since I've been able to say that. So, like I said, just keep your fingers crossed that he stays on the right path. Um, it's been a pretty peaceful 3 weeks. And yes, I am a nosy mama. And when I don't hear from him, I do occasionally call the rehab and ask if he's still there because he only gets phone calls on certain days because, well, I'm a nosy mama. But that's the only thing I want for Christmas. That is the only thing I want for Christmas is to be able to spend a Christmas with my son, whatever he's doing, knowing that he's sober and clean. I'm good. Thought I'd throw that in there because I talked to him last night and he sounded so good. So, not begging. I don't need money. I don't need money. I'm just really proud right now. So, yeah, who's your hippie? Exactly. And he knows. We talked about that. That people, places, and things have to change in order to stay healthy. Because sober, remaining clean it's a lifestyle at this point. It's not a choice. It's a lifestyle. Oh, he would have a hell of a story, Brian. I don't even want to know half the shit he knows or has done. But Brian does watch Dead Bug. That's one of Brian's favorite crime things. All right, I'm out of here. Diane's going live shortly. If anybody wants to go over there and throw her a review. Um, like I said, Diane, this can end now, but and you can drag me. I don't care. Your words mean nothing to me. You know, in order for you to hurt me, I don't call me a liar. That's all I ask. Well, what I'd really like to see is for you to get up there and admit what you've done. But I don't have any intentions on going tit for tat for you, Diane. Tit for tat with you, Diane. Number one, my heart breaks for what you're going through. Been there, done that. I've lost my mother. I lost her 20 some odd years ago. So for that, I feel I'm sorry for you, but you're not going to call me a liar. So everybody have a blessed day. I got dishes to do. I got to run the dust mop because exactly, Steph. And a lot of people did do that. And a lot of people called her a scammer and then went back to her. And that's okay too. I don't care. You don't hear me up here calling people out because they're in Diane's chat because I don't care. But with that, you all have a great day. Remember, Christmas comes this year on December 25th. Just didn't know whether people needed a reminder. In the meantime, I'm not forgetting about Thanksgiving because in reality, I have a lot to be thankful for. And I'm not just going to shove Thanksgiving to the side for Christmas. You're going to plant flowers. Huh. Can't plant no flowers around here. I mean, the weather's nice here, but I'm sure we're going to get cold soon. All right, guys, I'm out. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for supporting my channel. Hit a thumbs up, thumbs down, doesn't matter. I will See you guys around the tubes. Bye, guys.